Hi guys, my name is Lucia and today I will be showing you a haul update for two hauls I did previously. Before I start, I got a ring light which I am using now. This is my first time using this. My parents actually bought this for me. Thank you, Mom and Dad. I'm still playing around with it, but I am so excited to have good lighting where you could actually see colors and you can actually see the true color of the eye makeup that I wear. Also, really fast, I'm not gonna make this long, but thank you so much for 30,000 subscribers. I cannot believe it. I reached that last night. It just means so much to me, and I feel like I forgot how to dream for a long time, and now once again I know how to dream. It means more than you could ever know. Thank you so much. Anyway, back to the haul update. I am going to be updating you guys on two hauls that I did. I did a Sephora sale haul in November and I did a holiday haul in January. I will link those down below in case you want to see them. I'm not going to be swatching things in this video. I have so much to get through and I just don't want it to be super long, but I did swatch some stuff in those original videos, so if you feel like it, you can go check them out. Basically, you guys know on my channel, I don't ever mention a product once and then not talk about it. I review products very thoroughly before I tell you guys my opinion, and also I'm not the type of person to have super strong opinions on everything. There are some products that I'm just kind of like, yeah, I don't really know yet, and it'll take me months and months to have an opinion, and that's just me. Let's get started. I have some palettes and I'm going to start with those. I will start with the Dream Street Kathleen Lights and Colourpop palette. This is what this palette looks like. This was a collab with Kathleen Lights. These are what the shades look like. I actually have hit pan in two shades. I have pan in the shade Potion, and I don't know if you can see, but this morning I hit Tiny Baby Pan on the shade Moony. I definitely like this palette. You can tell that I like this palette. When I purchased this, along with the other palettes that I purchased, I barely had any color in my collection. I had my Z palette that had some peaches and a couple purples, but I really wanted blues and greens and some silvery colors, and this was really unique to my collection at the time that I bought it. Since then, I have purchased another palette that I will show you that makes this a little less unique. It still is unique, but I will say just in general, you guys know I love the Colourpop formulas. They are some of my favorite formulas, but this is not incredibly unique. This really reminds me of the orange from the Modern Renaissance. This is similar to a lot of things in your warm tone palettes. These blues are unique, but these two dark colors are slightly hard to blend out. You can make it work, but you really have to build them up and it takes a while. I just don't think this is the most unique. I don't think you need this. I really like these matte shades. This shade in Sweet Dreams, this gold, is not good. It's just not, but it's okay. It's the one shadow that I really think is crap. You can make it work with setting spray or Fix Plus or something, but it's not that great. These two shades here, Stardust and Twinkle, I love Twinkle, but Stardust, these are just so similar to me, and Stardust kind of falls flat. I don't know why both of those had to be in here. The star of the show for me actually is Moony. She made this to be a perfect brow bone highlight. I am wearing it today. I wear this every single day, but I only put it on this part of my brow, so on the arch, and then I just put a matte cream color on the top of my brow, so that is why I have pan in that. I really do like this shade. You could probably use a subtle highlight instead. You don't have to buy this whole thing for Moony, but since I have it, I really like it. My final opinion would be the quality is great. Some of the shades you have to work with a little, but for the most part, the quality is great. I just don't know if this is the most unique, and I definitely think you should look at your collection and evaluate what do I already have, because you probably can dupe this. Since I do have it, I am excited to use it though. Next, I have the BH Cosmetics Zodiac palette, and I was lusting after this for so long. I got it after like 2 months or something. This is what it looks like. I know in the haul I didn't have this. I had just shown you a picture online, so yes, this is what it looks like. And I took a picture of some swatches when I first purchased this. I'm going to insert those right now. I love this palette, and you will so rarely hear me say I love something on my channel. I am not that type of girl. As I said, I usually don't have that strong opinion on something, or I see kind of the good and the bad to everything. This is stunning. First of all, it's not expensive, so it's not going to break the bank. I paid, I think, $21 for this, but you can get it on sale a lot. Now, they said this was limited edition. It came in stock one time. I don't know if it's out of stock, if it's coming back. If you saw my last video on limited edition items, you will know that I don't trust that this will be limited edition, but anyway, it's just so beautiful. I can create so many great looks. There are these galaxy type shades down here, and there's super neutral shades, and then there's this beautiful shade. Capricorn is this green. I created a look just using this transition color and then these two greens. I will insert a picture of that look right now. Oh, I forgot to mention, for both this and the Colourpop palette, I did 1 month, 1 palette. So I used this for an entire month. I used the Colourpop palette for an entire month. I used every shade in the Colourpop palette and almost every shade in this palette. There were a few that I just didn't get to, but for the most part, I have tried out every shade. I don't really have any go-to looks or everyday looks because I play with color so often, but I did find that a look that I really loved was the shimmery shade Pisces all over the lid and the shade Taurus in the center, and then this matte shade Scorpio. This matte shade looks just regular, but it is so unique. It's like a warm brown, almost a little purple in it. It's beautiful, and I honestly miss using this palette. I had to make myself move on because after a month or 5 weeks, I was like, all right, Lucia, you gotta pick another palette for 1 month, 1 palette. Someone asked on my live stream if I have a favorite eyeshadow palette. At the time, I said no, but now it might be this. I don't know. Not confirming that because I really do like all my eyeshadows, but this is fabulous. Next, I have the Urban Decay Electric palette, and sadly, I was working so hard on testing out those other palettes that I didn't get to test this out that much. I only used it in 3 different looks. It is a very vibrant color, so it would make sense that this won't be a 1 month, 1 palette because it's just too vibrant for that, but I do vibrant looks a lot, as you guys know in all my videos. I have used the purple, so I have used the shade Urban and the shade Jilted, and I have to say, Urban does not impress me. You have to pack it on super hard. It looks beautiful once you do it, but it takes a long time. I have used the shade Freak a little bit. I liked that. I used the shade Chaos, which was this blue. It went on a little patchy, but I think that was me. I don't think my technique was great. Basically, I don't have a review of this yet. I'm still testing it out. Everyone loves it. I definitely like the looks I have used, but I definitely need to use this more. From Colourpop, I had picked up the shade Glass Bull. This is my Z palette. I made a whole video of every shade in here. If you guys want to see that, I will link it down below. This is Glass Bull. It is like a purple brown duochrome. I have not used it that many times because, as I said, I was rotating through so many eyeshadows, but I did this one look with purple and a ton of people wanted me to film a tutorial on it. I didn't get the chance to because something happened that day, but I had Glass Bull on my lid under something else that I will talk about, and it's really nice. I don't like it on its own. I think it looks kind of scaly on my skin tone at least, but over something else like a purple, it is nice. I will say it is incredibly crumbly, one of the crumbliest shadows I have ever used, but it doesn't make it not workable. It is really workable. You just have to acknowledge that that is going to be a factor. I guess we can finish with the Colourpop stuff. I had gotten 3 Lippie sticks. I got the shade Bichette, which is this red, and I enjoy this. I don't wear red that much, so I have only worn this a couple times, but I wore it on New Year's Eve. I like it because it is not super drying. It's a matte, but it definitely doesn't appear matte. It appears to have some gloss. However, if you blot it with a tissue, it becomes transfer proof. So I think that is really cool. Just in general, I don't see myself using this that often because it is a red. It is the only red in my collection. I only own 7 lipsticks, you guys. I know, crazy. Glad I have this for when I do want to do those types of looks. Next, I have the shade Daydream, which is a matte X. And I also have the matte X in the shade Gold Digger. I really like the color of these. I don't love the formula. It's really smooth when you first put it on, but over time it almost gets the consistency of a liquid lipstick where it dries down and it doesn't reapply well that much on top of it. I feel that these are the type of things you don't want to wear for a really long time, but I am a college student. My day starts early in the morning and it goes late at night because I have clubs and stuff. These aren't my favorite. I wouldn't buy anymore for the formula, and it's kind of frustrating because the colors are so nice. I haven't gotten a chance to use these a ton because I was panning 2 lipsticks in my project pan. I definitely don't think these are the types of things I would want to use every single day, but I do want to play with them more, and you know, if I really don't enjoy them, I will declutter them. For now, the colors intrigue me enough that I want to keep testing them out. I will talk about these next 2 things very quickly because I have mentioned them on my channel quite often. This is the Fenty Beauty foundation in 150 and the Fenty Beauty primer, the Pro Filter primer and foundation. This is the only foundation I own and the only primer I own besides a deluxe size sample that I got. I'm wearing it today. I wear it in every video and I really enjoy it. I don't wear foundation every single day. I don't feel the need to do that. When I do, I really like this. I have been finding around my mouth I am getting some settling into a line, but I think it's the powder that I'm using. I'm not quite sure, but regardless, I like this. I enjoy this. It's not that heavy. It really doesn't feel like you're wearing anything on your face. It doesn't transfer that easily. I will say it does look like you are wearing foundation when you wear this. I really think that's my powder. I don't know about the powder I'm using, but I would like to try this without powder and see how that works. I'm just scared because I have combination skin. I don't know how this primer would work with other foundations. This is a matte foundation. This is a glowy primer. I only own this. So this is the duo, but I really do enjoy this. Next, I have the Laura Mercier Loose Translucent Setting Powder. You guys have definitely seen this before. I wear this every day under my eyes. I do not bake my under eyes, I just use a brush. It took me months to get an opinion on this. At first, I really didn't like it. Now, I enjoy it. I don't know if it's worth the price tag. I feel like you can get something that gives you the same effect for a cheaper price. It is a very finely milled powder, but it doesn't always stop my concealer from creasing. Sometimes I do find some creasing. I definitely like the effect, but I'm not sure if I will repurchase this after just because I would like to see if I could find something for a fraction of the cost. This is $38. You know, if I could find something at the drugstore for $8 that works as well, then that's great. But we will see. I'll let you know once I use this up and once I repurchase a different powder. Sometimes it takes me using a bad product to realize something is good. So maybe I'll buy a drugstore thing and I'll realize that it's not nearly as good as this. But for now, yeah, those are my thoughts. Next, I have the Stila Glitter and Glow Liquid Eyeshadow in the shade Diamond Dust. You guys have seen me use this on my channel. You might not have known that's what I'm wearing. Whenever I have that pop of shimmer in the middle, it is this. Just so you guys know, I always list what products I'm wearing in the description box. At least I have started to do that in all my recent videos. This is beautiful. It's just a duochrome glitter, but there's no mess. You don't have to use a glitter primer and then go into a glitter with a brush. I have a NYX glitter and I have no idea how much use I will get out of that now that I have this. It's just so convenient. It is expensive, but I'm not the type of person to buy 12 of something like this. One, and I'm good. It adds so much to a look. It's one of those things where, did I need this? Definitely not. Is it an everyday product? No, but it's such a nice addition to my makeup collection. This is the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes mascara. This is no surprise that I like this. This was a repurchase. This is my favorite mascara. I will show you guys. I have it on my eyes today. This is the limited edition packaging, which is real fun. I definitely want to get another one of these during the Sephora sale because it's my baby. I love this mascara. This is probably one of the only makeup products that I would say I love. I freaking love this. I have never used a mascara this good. Every time I put this on my eyes, I'm like, yes, this is great. It's volumizing and lengthening. I know a lot of people don't like this. I don't know why. This is great. That's probably the only time you'll ever hear me say any of those things about a product, but this really is worth it. I had gotten 2 perfumes for the holidays. I got Gucci Bloom, which I said was my perfect scent. I still stand by that. This is the best perfume I've ever smelled. It smells like honeysuckles. It It's amazing. And I got the Viva La Juicy Rosé little perfume. I don't use this as much because it's not a sprayer, it's a dropper, and those things suck. I wish this was a sprayer. I like the smell. It's nothing special. Gucci Bloom, you know, is amazing. This, I enjoy it, but I would never go out of my way to buy it when I use it up. I have two things that I have used up. The Origins Frothy Face Wash, I believe that's what it's called. I actually returned this. I was very close to using it up, and I didn't take any of my prescribed skincare with me over winter break when I went home for a month because I had gotten skincare from Sephora, and I was like, all right, I'll try this out and see if I can replace my prescribed stuff with this. And I was using this face wash every day, and it was fine, and then I started to break out like crazy over break, at least crazy for me. I really don't get breakouts that often. I'll get a pimple here and there, but this was many bumps all at once, and I was feeling so discouraged. This face wash did absolutely nothing. I was so frustrated, so I returned it. It's expensive. It's like $23 or something. I got my money back. I also used up the Sunday Riley U.F.O acne treatment oil, is that what it's called? Again, this was fine, but it does not compare to my prescribed medicine. I brought this with me over break instead of my prescribed cream for pimples, and I regret doing that because this was not doing the job. As soon as I got back to school, I was using the cream that I put on at night. It does dry out your skin, I will say that, but it really gets rid of pimples, and within a week that breakout had settled. That is it for the products I hauled in those videos. I do have two products that were sent to me free from Octoly. If you are not aware, Octoly is a website where creators can request certain products and they are sent free from the brands, and the only rules are you have to give an honest review of the product. So although these were sent to me, these opinions are 100% my own. The first product is the Bronze Goddess Bronzer from Estee Lauder. So again, I did receive this free from Estee Lauder off the Octoly website. This is what the bronzer looks like. I really like this bronzer, and I have never had a strong opinion about a bronzer before. I'm wearing it today as a contour, and then I have another bronzer I'm about to talk about on top of this. Just to give you the basics, this is a $40 bronzer, I believe. Now, I'm not sure if I would pay $40 for this because I don't know if I would pay $40 for any bronzer or blush, but I'm not sure because this bronzer is so nice. First of all, it has 21 grams of product. Now, let me just give you my 2 cents about that. I know a lot of people will buy a product that's really expensive and they'll say, oh, well, it takes you so long to go through it because of how much product, so it's totally worth it. I only think that that's actually true if you are a project panner who actually goes through bronzers. I only have 4 bronzers in my collection, and even so, I probably will never use this up before it goes bad. I would have to own this as my only bronzer for years in order to use it up, and maybe not even then. So I definitely think it's nice that you get 21 products, but that shouldn't be the justifying reason for paying $40 for it. This is a swatch of it. Swatches, I feel like, just don't do bronzer well, but this definitely is a darker bronzer than some. This is the shade Light, so this is the lightest shade you get. I really like this as a bronzer and as a contour. It has some shimmer in it, but you cannot detect that on the skin. Sometimes when I'm building it up, I feel like it looks way too harsh, but when I see my face throughout the day, I always think I look so sculpted. It looks very orange, but it definitely doesn't have only orange undertones, because when you see it in the mirror, it definitely looks like a contour with a little bit of ashier undertones. I just really enjoy this. This is probably my favorite bronzer in my collection right now. I don't want to say that 100% because I haven't had it for that long, but yeah, I really like this. Next, I have the number 7 bronzer in the shade Maple. So again, I received this product complimentary from number 7, and all opinions are 100% my own. This is what it looks like. And this is the deepest shade. Yep, I wanted to throw that out there and I want to move on, but also just, yeah, Wow, ouch. Okay, anyway, I am wearing this today. This I don't love as much. This is extremely powdery. It gets everywhere when you put your brush into it, and it is very orange tone. It is light, so you're able to build it up, but I don't know, something about it just doesn't have me sold. There's nothing wrong with the formula. I do think it's a nice formula. Maybe it being so powdery and being so orange tone. I definitely don't dislike this. I will continue to use it, but I kind of feel like it's just a standard bronzer, and I know this is 13 or 14 bucks. I don't really know. I have seen people absolutely rave about this, and I'm just kind of neutral. I don't think it's terrible, but I don't think it's the best thing ever. It really bugs me that it's powdery. I don't care if eyeshadows are powdery, but for some reason having this bronzer kick up so much powder all the time is not the best. Alright guys, so that was everything for this video. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Let me know if you have tried out any of these products and what you think down below, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye!